So it's spring here in Cyprus, and you know what? It's time to get out of the studio a little bit. So today we're going to take a look at some of Noloco's latest features that they launched about 2 weeks ago or so that I've been dying to actually review and see how they work. So without any further ado, let's get stuck in. Actually, wait, before I go, hi, my name is Alex, and here on this channel we talk about anything and everything low code, databases, AI, you name it, we probably do it. So let's get started. Feature number 1, and that is a general uptick in speed when it comes to connecting Noloco to Airtable. Let's check that out.
So let's take a quick look at an example of how performance has improved. Now, I've got fairly decent database of about 5,000 records, which I've hooked up to my Noloco instance, as you can see here on the left. Now, the most interesting thing about the improvements that have been put in place is that pretty much as soon as you change something in Airtable, that change will propagate within Noloco within a few seconds. Now, I've seen it update within maybe 2 seconds, sometimes within 5, sometimes within 10, but super rarely over 20 seconds. So let's take a look at how this works. I've got my list of orders. I've got the number 55 here in the field of customer paid. So let's go ahead and change some of this. I'm going to put this to 65, this to 50, this to 80. 65, you see that happened super quickly. We're just waiting for these two other ones to update. 80 and 50. There you go. So it takes a few seconds, but can I complain? No. Now, there's a few interesting things to know. Number one, the same story goes for your app. So let's actually pull up that app on my phone and see how it updates there in real time so that you get a sense of, the holistic approach that's taken here. All right, so here's my app. I will try to keep it moving because it kind of forgets occasionally that it's streaming. So I will try to update something. So I've got the app right in front of me. Let's go ahead and update some of those figures. Let's take 65, let's put 75, 55, 66. So just waiting for that to update. And there we go. 75, 55, 66. So it updates asynchronously through the whole system, whether you're using a phone or whether you're using your desktop to run Noloco.
Feature number 2, and that is progressive web apps and how they work.
Okay, let's take a look at how PWA works. Now, the one thing that you'll need to set up is, of course, only a tick box, essentially inside of Noloco settings. So over here where we have progressive web app, you just have to basically turn this on. And yeah, just make sure that you have an app title and description, that you have a fav icon, and you publish the app. Now, of course, in order to publish the app, you probably need to subscribe. So basically means that you can't have a PWA app without a subscription. But hey ho, that is what it is. Now, let's see how that works and how you can actually set it up on your phone. The way that you begin this typically would be through just visiting the app on your phone, like I'm doing right here, but through a browser. Usually you would get like a little notification that would say install this app. But in our case, I think I got it at some point, but now it just forgot it. So just in case it is not showing that notification, all you have to do is just click on the 3 little dots on the top right hand corner and then press install app. There's a little pop-up, press install, it's gonna download a bunch of things, app installed. And now I can navigate to it through my phone. Now, as you can see, it's right there, Sales CRM. Open it up, and now we have the app installed on our phone. So you don't really need to use the browser anymore.
Feature number 3, that is notifications. And that is one of the most interesting parts that I wanted to explore in this new update, mainly because I want to see how instant they are, especially with PWA being involved in this whole thing. It just makes a lot of sense to have notifications on mobile, right? So let's take a look.
All right, a quick disclaimer. I was testing this prior to shooting this video, and my push notifications worked like butter. I don't know why right now they don't seem to work, but I'll show you the general principle of how to set this up. It should be a-okay. I've raised this issue already with Noloco, but this is how it's supposed to work. So first thing that you need to do is set up a quick little workflow, and I have done that. We have sales extra large workflow 1 on demand, triggered by an action button. When the action button is pressed, we will send a push notification that will kind of look like this. There is a little bell, order ID was updated, and we're sending it to the user who generated that notification. So that is me. And let's just open up our app. I'm logged in as Mike Jones in my desktop version of the app. Now, let me just get the app on my phone. Here we go. Let's go ahead and actually trigger this action. I'm going to uncheck this, confirm, and let's see what happens on this end. So we get like a little successfully notified icon. What typically would happen is that I would get like a little notification over here in my notifications panel, just like any other app. I don't know why I'm not getting it now, probably something with my Android settings, but it worked flawlessly during my testing. And here we go, we got at least that part working, where you can see the little bell icon on the bottom of the screen in the menu, where it basically shows you that you do have notifications. And yeah, very much correctly, I do have a notification.
So that's basically it. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.